about the industry myself, and I'm learning what you guys go in, pour into it and what you guys go through. Can you tell me or us a little bit of what it's like being a female barber in your area and what your journey was like?
Oh, definitely. Y'all see the shirt. I am a barber, female crossed out. And that's been one thing that I've been passionate about educating people on. Is a little bit that's in the magazine is that oftentimes we get labeled as female barbers. And so in that time, when I went to barber school and the whole pursuit, it wasn't specialized to being a female. And so just respecting individuals by their craft has been something that's been a push, but it's also been a challenge, because the questions that I've gotten when people come in the shop, like overlooking me and asking people in the shop, can she cut? And, different things like that. But it's also an opportunity to prove the need for us. I tell my fellas all the time that I think what messed it up for females that cut hair is that a mother was the first deciding factor of a man's haircut. And so in their mind, they're like, look, I'm not going to ever let another female be in charge of my haircut. Or she was the first one to cut their hair and they got teased behind it. So I understand that may be the battle that we come up against. But in that same sense, it's like, just that opportunity of having a place. I'd rather take and stand out and be that diamond in the rough, because of having to grind a little bit harder to show, hey, I deserve to be here. Not because of me being a female and you're trying to give me some due diligent, deserving credit, but it's like, nah, I can cut. Like my fade can, I'll fade a guy out any day if I have to. And it's not competition, but that's where my mindset had to be, because of taking and listening to conversations, having to explain myself, and just seeing barriers. Like, it's sad to say that sometimes you either have to be on one side or the other side. And when you don't fit either side, you get lost in the weeds. And to see like the over sexualization in order for a female barber to take in and be recognized in some cases, and, different things, is kind of insulting. So it's like, nah, like, when I stand behind that chair, I'm not going to take and wear pumps. No, my feet are hurt. Like, I'm trying to hold on to them things for as long as I can. And it's like just gaining that respect. So, just finding another way to approach it as well. I didn't just want to be someone that was considered someone that cut hair. I wanted to find something that was going to set apart, and just getting back to that level of service. I know it's a word that's thrown around so much, but a lot of guys, when I ask, am I the first experience that you had with a barber who happens to be a female? And they're usually like, yes. And then it's like, okay, what are some of the needs that men aren't necessarily willing to go to? I had someone tell me the other day, no, I don't wash hair. Why not? It was in the book. It was a part of the class. When we set aside, those gender roles and realize, hey, this is a service I'm trying to provide to my guests. This is something of safety and sanitation. That was one thing, being in the industry, that it became my focus, that I said, you know what, I'm gonna allow that to set me apart. I'm gonna try to be in the spirit of excellence when it comes to that cleanliness, because of the lack. So, the challenges, I could go on for days, but I don't even consider them challenges. They're lessons, things that's going to sharpen me, things that's going to take and have me weed out distractions, things that are going to push me beyond just the minimal level. So that's just a little bit. I mean, we can go on for days about that.
I'm sure. I love it.
I appreciate you.
I love it.